Hello guys, I coded and trained this large language model from scratch that generates this code. And I also made these models medical large language model and here basic text generation, the normal model generates text. All of them coded by me 100% and trained from scratch, not fine-tuned, not taken from anything else, any part. So I just trained them for $1, so they're not actually like better than GPT-5, but they do speak coherently. They do speak coherent, clear text that makes sense, that's grammatically correct. First thing I need to say is large language models are a lot more powerful than people understand. They should not even be called large language models. They have nothing to do with language. They are information gathering and processing models. So they gather information from entire context with attention mechanism, gathering, blending information, and then feed-forward network processes information. Nothing to do with language in particular. You can use this to generate any kind of, or to process, not even generate, to process any kind of information or content. And as a subgroup of that processing is generation. When people say LLMs can't reason or can't do this, can't do that, it's just because the training was not done. They were not taught how to reason in the training. So they are just neural networks, and neural networks can learn whatever you train them to learn. And if this neural network or language model doesn't learn something, it's because it wasn't trained properly. So you can teach language model to gather information from text, from images, from whatever with attention mechanism, to process information with feed forward, and to generate new information with output head. And if you teach it to reason, it can do reasoning with that mechanism. Whatever you teach it properly to do, it can do it. The idea of this language model that I'm training is to take any Python code or PyTorch code, you see this one, and create a highly optimized Triton kernel that runs a lot faster on GPU. And for maybe $10, we can make a lot better, by far the best language model, or it's not a large language model, but let's call it LLM, that generates code better than Opus, than Sonnet, than GPT-5, any model, if we just train it properly from scratch for this specific task. Opus, GPT-5, they are very general. So we can crush this specific task that's actually not that difficult even with custom LLM from scratch. And we don't need to train it on all of the internet corpus to first learn language, to first learn to talk, and then Python on top of that. We can just start pre-training from the beginning with this. And what attention mechanism does, for example, you give it this, attention mechanism will just collect information, what is written here, and then feed forward will process that information, and then output head generates next token. So it's a very general mechanism of this large language model. So we can just train it on maybe 30,000 of these examples, Python and Triton, and then it's gonna learn to generate these things, to convert any Python function to highly optimized Triton function that runs faster on GPU. And this will help LLM training itself, by the way. So my model here that I trained, it just memorized. I just trained it on these 4 files to see if it's gonna memorize, if it works. I don't have like full data yet, so it does work. It did memorize. You see here, it just memorized this text, but this is something a neural network would be able to just memorize. But this was just a proof of concept that my large language model code works. So next thing would be to generate 30,000 of these files, or even more, these function pairs. I can use maybe Qwen coder or DeepSeek, and then I would make a good tokenizer specifically adapted to this. Maybe some of the tokens would include like this relu and this torch and this dot and this matmul. So these functions as well as letters, individual letters, as well as these indents as one token. So this would be, let's say, tokenized well, if we built a custom tokenizer for our custom data. What I found when generating this data is actually large language models that exist are not so good at writing Triton. Even if you increase complexity a little bit more than this, they fail, all of them fail. So we can just generate these simpler tasks and then train on these. And then hopefully after we train on these, then we can try to use this model, it should already be the best, and then use it to generate a bunch of different functions, find ones that work, and then synthetically just keep generating data. And then training it on its own generated data. But to prevent model collapse, the way you do synthetic data is you look at human data, for example, human Python functions, and then rewrite them as Triton functions. Otherwise, if you don't reference human real data, then models wouldn't have so diverse generation of many diverse types of functions. They would be like a lot smaller number of types of functions. And it could lead to model collapse where it's overfits or just on this small amount or doesn't learn so well anymore or just has no good data to learn from. So data generation was a bit difficult for me. I'm thinking I just want to try to generate a bunch of different, I need to establish some kind of pipelines, generate a bunch of different data of these files, test all of them, keep ones that work, and then train the model. But I need to figure out how I can condition maybe that data generation on human, real Python functions or something. I'm not sure, we'll see. For the rest of the video, I will just put my recording of how I was vlogging or documenting how I try to generate data, and you'll see that I have a lot of issues with this, but I think you will learn how not to generate data at least. And in the end, how I generated these 4 files that worked to an extent. Another important thing, all of these small problems can be solved by specific large language models, not the train on entire internet, but just the train in this specific data. And you don't need trillions of tokens. You just need maybe 1 billion tokens or even less than that if your task is smaller, which is $10 to $50 of training. And you can crush a single task. For example, I think you can crush Python to CUDA or Python to Triton conversion because we already have all of the information in the Python function. LLM doesn't need to be that smart at all. It just needs to learn some rules how to convert Python to Triton, and that's it. And then it can be a very small LLM, and we can run it multiple times, create different versions of the Triton or CUDA code, and then just select the best one. And then there can be so many tasks that can be crushed with this language model architecture, which is just information gathering and processing architecture, not large language model architecture. And all of these could be even business ideas or some open source ideas where you use this architecture to solve a problem. And not all of them are gonna just get solved by the bigger, better GPT-7. Because when you just start adding all of these different random specific data to GPT-5, 6, 7, then they start to lose general abilities. So they're not gonna all get solved by a single model. Now let's go to my data generation vlog. I'm making LLM from scratch that will convert Python or PyTorch code into optimized Triton code that runs fast on GPU. And we can make LLM that's gonna write the best Triton or even CUDA code better than Sonnet Opus, because LLMs are highly dependent on how you train them, and we can and because we don't need this general big LLM, we can just make a small one. Right now I'm trying to generate data, so I'm just gonna generate Python and Triton versions of the same function. Usually I will just merge a few operations like convolution, bias, ReLU, softmax, dropout. Just merge a few and then generate data. We need maybe 30,000 of these functions to be able to pre-train our LLM, which is not too much. Maybe we can do that for $10 or something, so it's not too much. I'm just trying to use Cursor, Gemini CLI, and other to figure out how I can generate these files. Later we should be able to use our own language model that we train to generate its training data and train it even better. It's like a self-recursive AI improvement. I have this file and Triton is now slower, which is not a problem. We just need to maybe make more complex kernels and then Triton will be faster, because for basic kernels Python is already very fast. We just need to manually supervise it as it's generating data. It's making mistakes, so we need to lead it in the beginning, but later we can create automated pipeline to create 30,000 examples. So there are some errors, I believe, so I'm just gonna let it fix it in the end. I'm just gonna generate a big prompt that will instruct Gemini or automatic agent how to do all of this by itself without me supervising it. But first, I need to try to see what I even need to do here and create a prompt for that. I tried making it automated first, but it didn't work. For example, here Python works by Triton failed. So I'm gonna instruct it to have some kind of summary at the end that says like which one failed, which one worked, and then to show the time. So I'm just instructing if both fails, report should say it. If both succeed, then there should be time, and it should be report on which one is faster. Once I figure out this data generation, then I'm just gonna generate a bunch of these 30,000, but I'm gonna discard ones where Python is faster. I'm just gonna keep ones where Triton is faster. And then train LLM. I'm also gonna create my own tokenizer. That's better. It's gonna be better based on my data. And then since Triton failed again 3 times, I just told it now discard this and try writing a completely different file, and try that one for 3 times as well, and keep track of how many times you are writing these files. I'm just gonna figure this out, and then I'm gonna make one prompt. I'm gonna tell it to summarize this all into one prompt, so I'm just gonna let my agent work like Gemini or Qwen code or whatever. I'm running this on Novita AI. They have these cheapest GPUs that I found, so I don't have NVIDIA GPU. And I'm just gonna let my agents generate these tasks. And later when I have my prompts and stuff, I'll just maybe use these APIs if I wanna try these APIs, which one is best, and just have a bunch of agents and then generate a bunch of this code, training data. So I made a new script. I just have a bunch of these tasks, and then I'm gonna just generate 2 to 4 of them. This is the simplest script I've ever seen in my life, or maybe 3 to 4 is better. So now I'm gonna tell it to write a prompt for AI agent, exactly what it did, just to explain that it's gonna first start by generating the task, then it's gonna try to write a file that has both Python and Triton code, try to fix 3 times. If it fails, delete. If it succeeds, put into data, and repeat the cycle. Let's check our prompt. It's really good. This part is good. It's just explaining the tasks. And then step 1, generate Python. So generate task, but I wanna even delete this example because it could also bias. So I'm just gonna tell it to read from here, from the output. I'm gonna make these params a bit more general, like these params. I wanna remove even these like examples because I don't wanna make it biased. I'm happy with this prompt now, so I can maybe scroll through it. There is no secret to making prompts. You just need to like try and go and see how it works. So now I'm gonna try this guy. I'll try it in cursor again because I wanna see if it works and repair it manually. And once I'm sure it works, I'm gonna go into these agents CLIs. Make sure to choose this agent and go. So looks like the prompt is good, it's working well, but let's test a bit more. We had an issue with randomness. Outputs are not same because Triton and Python generate random numbers. So first I'm gonna try to remove. So you see these random things that you just need to be here, look at it, and then fix as it goes and change the prompt. Looks like we're gonna have to make agent also write analysis on why the execution failed, because it seems like it doesn't understand why it failed. So now we also have this analysis. It just seems like the agent just doesn't know like why it failed even. Doesn't even think about its code. I guess I should first figure out which LLMs can generate these things. Looks like GPT-5 generated a lot faster. Kernel than Opus, but Opus did something else, so it doesn't mean GPT-5 is better, but let's try Gemini. I need to start from the beginning here. I will just generate all of these files again, so using all of the AIs. This data generation is harder than I expected, so let me just try to do it manually slowly from the beginning. I'll just manually check each 6, and the first one failed, so I'll delete this. Delete. Looks like this one is also failing. Third one as well just has 1 passed. So generating this data is actually harder than it seems. Not a single file here correctly implements both Python and Triton version of the same function. That tells me that LLMs are not good at coding Triton code. But maybe my prompt was not good, because when I just changed the prompt, now Qwen Coder generated correct. And it seems like Triton is slower, but that doesn't matter. I just want correct implementation so LLM can learn to implement, and then we can do search. Improving the performance is easy. But it was some simple addition, so that's very famous kernel, so maybe just memorize it from training data. As soon as I ask for a bit more complex stuff, then there are errors. But it managed to fix the error when I copied it. So now it's good. Looks like Qwen Coder works well. It can generate these things and it can fix its mistakes. Just my prompting wasn't good. Don't try to over-engineer, just do it simple, tell it to generate Python and Triton script, and that's it. I'm gonna run these models on an API, so I'm gonna choose Novita. I'm testing a DeepSeek v3. It runs faster than on DeepSeek website, I feel like here. And Coder already finished, so let me copy this. My prompt is here. Very simple. It's not like this big, huge prompt. Now it's very simple. I feel like this works better. Let me copy the error, go paste it back into Qwen. Let's see if it fixes, and while that's fixing, let me copy DeepSeek's output, test that. Now I just want to create any kind of data to train on just for the beginning, and then we can optimize and figure this out later. I feel like we could even use reasoning mode of DeepSeek for fixing the mistakes. Here we got some things, but results don't match. So I feel like trying 3 times and then just going with different one if this doesn't work. Here we got one that works now, so I'm just gonna save this. Qwen Coder seems better than DeepSeek for this task. DeepSeek v3.1, I mean. So I'm thinking here we would just have this softmax in PyTorch or Python, and then it needs to do all of this. So our model needs to learn quite a bit about like what softmax is and stuff, but it can actually just memorize this, but we need to make it general enough because it will just, it will memorize, of course, what softmax is. We just need to have a lot of different training data, and it will not be a problem, I think. It will just learn everything. But as soon as the function is a bit too difficult, it's not able to do it. So maybe we need to have, maybe we can solve these difficult functions with our model that we train. We just need to start from simple functions, let our model learn how to do those, and then let it generalize and increase data every time a bit. Wow, if I just told it to generate a bit simpler, I don't think this is even too much simpler. Look, it's still tough. There is still 2 of these, layer norm and matmul, and it works now. I think just let it fix its mistake once, and if it doesn't, then just tell it to simplify the function. So I got another one as well. This is so crazy. This is so good. So just use Qwen Coder, the latest one, and tell it to generate like these simpler functions, maybe 2-3 operations fused, and that's it. And don't prompt too much, just give it a bit of a prompt to generate function in both Python and Triton. Okay, so now I got these 4 files. So I told my cursor to extract just Python function, this Python and the Triton function, but not even Triton wrapper, just Triton function. And replace these names with Python function and Triton function because it's useless to learn these names. And model, we just learned that this is Python function, this is Triton function instead. Of course, in the beginning, because we are pre-training from scratch, it will have no idea what those things mean. But it doesn't matter, it will learn eventually just by seeing those names. And then I will put this first part into the prompt, and AI needs to learn to generate this second part, autoregressive LLM. And that's what I'm gonna teach it to do. So check out the prompt. I'm just extracting those 2, putting into JSON-L file, and then changing the LLM to train on that. So I managed to just test train this small model that memorized this data. It doesn't actually like create its own data, just memorize these 4 files just to prove it works. So here I'm gonna end this video. You can check out other videos on my channel. This is some research that somebody or me or somebody will do in the future. I'm not sure how difficult it is. Maybe I'll do it as well. Maybe we can have a model that's going to convert any Python or PyTorch code into Triton optimized code or even CUDA code. So check out other videos on my channel and see you next time.